onye na-abụghị mmụọ, ọ bụghị mmadụ. Ọ bụ naanị ya bụ Chineke na-adị nsọ mgbe niile ebighị ebi. Yehova. Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai. Ọ bụ ụzọ dị aṅa ka m ga-esi wee jaa gị mma nna nke ime eluigwe? Ụzọ dị aṅa ka m ga-esi wee kpọkuo aha nsọ gị n'ime mmụọ na eziokwu? Ka mmeso ọma gị wee gbasa onwe gị nna nke ebere dị ngozi, ka ihe gị wee pụta na nsọ bụ Biafra nna nke ime eluigwe. Ọ bụ ụzọ dị aṅa ka m ga-esi wee fee gị, n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ Chineke. N'ihi na abụ m anụkpa ahụ, n'ihi na ikere eke na-akpụ isi ala nye gị. Mmụọ na mmadụ na-asọpụrụ gị. Lee na kpakpando n'igwe, lekwa anyanwụ, lekwa ọnwa, lekwa ihe niile nke gị onwe ikere esi ebube dị ngozi. Akwa ha niile si na-ede mma. Anyị onwe anyị bụ ụmụ Biafra na ndị nwere onwe na-amasị n'ụwa niile wee gbaa ka ọ n'abalị ige okwu nsọ nke gị, nke ihe anyị ka anyị wee gbasa ebe ndị dị ndụ nọ, ka ihe gị wee chaa na ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra nna nke ime eluigwe, ka ị wee dọpụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu Lugard na ndị Britain liwara, ka ị wee si n'aka ọchịchịrị bụ Fulani Janjaweed wee wezụga ndị, n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị pụrụ ime, ọ bụghị mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị anaghị ekwu okwu n'ike nke anyị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi, ọ bụ site na amara gị na ebere gị. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka ị wee zọpụta anyị nna nke ebere n'aka ajọ ihe, ka ị wee nye anyị ezi echiche, ezi nghọta, amamihe, ọganiru, ịhụnanya, mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne, ka e kwuru wee si n'ụmụ ụmụ nke igwe wee nyefee, ka amara gị na ihe gị wee bata n'ebe ndị gị nọ, n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ Chineke. Anyị wee na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere eluigwe maka elu ụwa mana onweghị onye kere ya. Onye ndị mmụọ ozi na-efe wee na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ ebighị ebi. Ekele, otuto, nsọpụrụ, ịja mma dịrị sọsọ aha nsọ gị, ebughị onye ọzọ, ugbu a ma ruo mgbe niile ebighị ebi. Ka anyị na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. Ọkwa n'ozi ọma Chineke. Hey, I'm sure you have your pen and your paper ready, all of you, all over the world, because we are going to preach as we have been instructed to preach tonight. Extraordinarily, I must say. Tonight, I am going to offend some people, and some of them are my friends. But God Almighty in heaven, the Alpha and Omega, have asked me to preach this very gospel tonight, and heaven knows I shall preach it. Therefore, I need to apologize in advance before we proceed. This evening, I am not going to lay any foundation or any preamble. I will delve straight into what is happening in the damnable Zoological Republic. And I want all of you to pay very close attention to every word I have to utter this evening, because they are very, very important. Before we came on air today, late yesterday, a news broke concerning the abducted students from Kaduna. I'll come to the ones in Abia in a minute. According to the students that we are freed from the kidnappers' den, from the Fulani kidnappers' den in Kaduna, these are the 27 kidnapped students of the Federal College of Forestry Mechanization in a place called Afaka in Kaduna State, who were, to the glory of God Almighty in heaven, reunited with their families after 56 days in captivity. 56 days they were held until their parents paid ransom to Fulani terrorists, or should I say Fulani Asorok, before they were released. But there was something they observed which I want us to dwell upon this evening. According to one of them that had the courage to describe the kidnappers, mind you, these are people in Kaduna, so they are acquainted to Fulani. They know Hausa people, they know all the other tribes of the north. According to one of them, he said, some of the bandits we encountered are foreigners. They vowed to make Kaduna unsafe. They are foreigners. Please write it down. That's what I want you to note, because I'm going to touch on this later on. The bandits kidnapping people in Nigeria are foreigners. Some of them are aided and abetted by the ones who are local. And they have said they will make Kaduna unsafe, ostensibly for Christians who are in Kaduna. What I want you to note from what I've just said is that the bandits are, some of them are foreigners. Now we are going to ask questions later. And as we ask questions tonight, I want all of you to try as much as you can to answer these questions as we proceed. What it means in effect is that if people can come from Niger Republic, come from Mali, come from Cameroon, come from Chad, come from all these weird and wonderful places to come to Kaduna, to come and kidnap Christian students in Kaduna, it means there is something wrong somewhere. But the reason why some of you do not pay any close attention to this very obvious fact is because of the way you reason, the way you digest information, the way you interpret things that are happening around you. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because it means that all the fools, all the sophisticated morons, it means that all the fools championing and campaigning for one indivisible Nigeria, all of them who will come down very mightily and heavily on those who are pursuing their freedom, it means that everybody mouthing their usual rubbish about the territorial integrity of Nigeria do not understand what territorial integrity is all about. Follow this very carefully, what I'm saying. You know, when you listen to the army, sometimes it's about the territorial integrity of Nigeria. Here you have foreign mercenaries, a foreign army in Kaduna kidnapping people. Very shortly, I'm going to ask all of you where you think these kidnappers are coming from and how come they managed to get through the border? These are the questions that you Nigerians never ask yourselves every blessed day. How did they cross the border, come into Kaduna, acquire AK-47, then go to school to select Christians to kidnap? These are the things you need to ask yourself. All these idiots in your National Assembly, with the exception of one or two of them, like Habaribe, and maybe one or two other persons, they don't even understand what territorial integrity is all about. The territorial integrity of Nigeria has been breached not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, over and over and over and over and over again. They don't know what territorial integrity means. I believe that they understand what territorial integrity is all about, because it is now a land of terrorists. A land of terrorists. The breaching of the territorial integrity of Nigeria, not on one occasion, but on numerous occasions, were carefully executed by the same Fulani people in Asorok, shouting about territorial integrity every blessed day. The same group of people. The same group of people. These Fulani Islamist politicians in Asorok and all over the north, with their quislings in the east and their sophisticated moronic partners in the west, if you add a few pastors in between, you will not be mistaken. These Fulani Islamist politicians and their cohorts right across every shade, every color, every tribe in the zoo have themselves destroyed the territorial integrity of Nigeria by bringing in terrorists into Nigeria from across the Sahel to conquer indigenous populations. Fools like Dave Umahi and, should I say, Mrs. Tambuwal in River State, Mrs. Tambuwal, Fools like Dave Umahi and Mrs. Tambuwal must learn from this, because these people think that they are dealing with normal human beings from the north, from the Fulani Caliphate Sahel, not knowing that every Fulani politician is a hardened terrorist. That is the reason why they went across the Sahel to recruit people and give them cattle to disguise their identity. Or should I say, to validate their murderous mission. Do you know what is shocking about this whole thing? Not that these people are from Mali, from Senegambia, from all these places. These are the people they want us to give our land to do Ruga. Are you following what I'm saying? These are the same people that are telling us they are headsmen, it is their pastoral life and all that rubbish. These are the same people they want us to give our land to. I hope that some of you are following and you're listening, including Mrs. Tambuwal. I hope you're listening. You'll be talking like somebody who has been under the influence of Tombo for nearly 2 weeks. The people that did the kidnapping in Kaduna, most of them are foreigners. Foreigners. And you're busy doing BVN registration, NIN registration. They also have their NIN registration. These are Fulani hardened criminals and murderers recruited by Fulani politicians from across the Sahel to come and take over Nigeria for them. Sadly, very sadly, some of you are yet to wake up to this reality. Some of you are still blinded by the idiocy and hypocrisy and the criminal tendencies of some of your pastors that I will come to later on. That was why I apologized in advance. I am going to annoy some people this evening. I must tell you the truth. Fulani Islamist politicians have destroyed the territorial integrity of Nigeria. They are the ones that brought in the fellow terrorists from across the Sahel into Nigeria without proper documentation at the border. They're coming from Sokoto, from Katsina, from Kanu, from everywhere across the north. They come in with their AK-47, or they acquire one once they get into the zoo. They now go on a kidnapping spree and ransom spree. They leave this place, they leave the zoo as multi-billionaires. Nobody is asking the federal government of the Republic of Nigeria, how? I've been waiting for this question every day. How did they get in? Who let them in? Nobody talks about these things. How did they manage to get to Kaduna? To a polytechnic? To go and take people who are in a polytechnic? How? How manage? They cannot ask these pertinent questions. Not a single one of them. What you have are idiots in the south. Say, oh, we need to build bridges. You need to try and form bridge with the north so you can get presidency. You don't know you are dealing with terrorists. These are not human beings. These are savage. These are animals. These are beasts. And these are the same people that you want us to do Ruga. These are the same people that Oju Zokalo gave land to at Lopa, that kidnapped some students of APSU a few days ago. And of course, we know what we did. And you know, they're very smart sometimes. They quickly release all of them. They should have held on to them. They should have held on. I was praying for them to hold on to them. Then we'll teach them a lesson. They will understand that every flesh bleeds. That is something they don't understand. Mrs. Tambuwal and the idiots like Omahi, you think you're dealing with politicians from the north. I feel sorry for some Yoruba pastors talking rubbish about Nigeria being one. All that nonsense. They claim they are prophets. I will deal with them this night. Armed robbers and criminals with the Bible. I will deal with all of you tonight. You see, maybe you know them. They are. You people are there. Your so-called territorial integrity have been breached not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times. By hardened Fulani terrorists recruited from across the Sahel All you